Kip Winger was, Kip was playing bass and studio bass, and he was a waiter in New York City. And we had him play some bass on the album and everything, and the next thing I knew, I said, Kane, let's try to get this guy in the band. I always knew that he was going to go out on his own. It was no secret, because he was so talented.
A lot of people have been in Alice's bands, and he's a great person to learn a lot of things from, because he's a genius. So, he's a great rock legend, and it was a good starting ground for me to learn from him and go on. And there's a few guys that have gotten recording contracts out of his band.
Both of you played with Alice Cooper.
Yeah, that's where this whole seed idea started. Paul and I were out doing the Nightmare Returns tour with Alice, and they didn't let us do a lot on that tour. It was great to work on that, but we had a lot of times in the hotel rooms, and him and I kind of figured out that we had mutual songwriting
We wrote our first song in Sioux City, Iowa.
Yeah.
Which song was that?
State of Emergency.
State of Emergency. We actually did make it on the album. It's changed around a bit and sounds quite a bit better.
Yeah.
We just did a sequenced version on a keyboard, but
yeah, we had like our 4-track and all that, everything.
You must have learned a lot from being on the road with Alice, and
Alice,
knowing what to do and what not to do with your own band.
Yeah, he's a legend. To watch, to be able to be in the same room with him and watch what he does with his business and the way he lives his life is just amazing.
He's amazing, and every move, and his shows are so planned out down to the step, So it was a lot of fun. Not that we're going to go as far as theatrics in our band, but it was a lot of fun.
Alice is a brilliant man, and he is not a legend he's not a legend by mistake. I'm happy to see that he's back on the top of the charts now, because when I was a kid, he was one of my all-time heroes, and to work with him was amazing, because you don't always meet somebody that you idolize when you were a kid, let alone work with them, and then even more than that, have them endorse what you do. He was very behind what I'm doing now, and so that was kind of nice. We have this mutual thing going on now. Whenever people ask him about me now, which is very weird, and he always goes, "Tell that guy he owes me $20," because I borrowed $20 from him in Montreal once and never paid him back.